Sup, y'all, bringing you guys another video. So as we all know by now, George Kambosos is the unified lightweight champion of the world, holding the IBF, WBO, WBA lightweight titles, and as well as the WBC franchise belt, the belt that a lot of people don't really recognize as a legitimate belt. That's why I said unified instead of undisputed, because whenever I say he's undisputed, somebody always brings up brings up the WBC situation. But anyway, hopefully that WBC stuff can be sorted out in 2022. And to those who don't know, the WBC champion is Devin Haney. He holds the regular WBC belt. So Devin Haney has a lot to say about Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez lost the fight. Suffered his first loss in his professional career. I gotta say, man, he really went from being, like considered a top 10 pound for pound to losing this fight in just like that one fight. First title defenses of his for his unified belts, and he ends up losing to his mandatory challenger. And big props to George Kambosos Jr. I'm very happy I'm very happy that George won and pulled it off. A lot of people doubted him. A lot of people thought it was going to be an easy fight. Obviously, that was not the case. It ended up being a very competitive fight. A fight that, in my opinion, George Kambosos won. A lot of people said that it was a draw, this and that. It was not a draw, in my opinion. I thought George definitely won this fight. Anyway, if you guys remember, there was a time when Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney had a little confrontation, and with their dads involved as well. And now Devin Haney on social media, if you follow him on social media, he had some stuff to say about Teofimo Lopez. Stuff that I honestly don't really agree with. If you follow him on Twitter, if you don't, go to Real Devin Haney. Try to follow him, because apparently social media followers matter, according to Devin Haney. Anyway, let's scroll down to where was he talking about the fight. Right here, he said, "I hope it all makes sense now. Teo was a fucking fraud. I hope it all makes sense now. Teo was a fucking fraud." That's what he said about Teo. And I honestly disagree about this. Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko. A lot of people say he didn't, but in my opinion, I thought he did. And he was, the unified champion. For Devin Haney to say that he was a fraud takes away some credit from George Kambosos. Are you telling me that George Kambosos Jr. defeated a fraud in Teo? No. He defeated the guy that beat Vasily Lomachenko. Devin Haney, in my opinion, he needs to just focus on JoJo. I mean, he did say that. He did say that he was focused on Jojo Diaz, that it's 100% focused on Jojo Diaz, which is coming up pretty soon, by the way. To those who don't know, he'll be fighting Joseph Jojo Diaz on the 4th of December over at the MGM Grand in Vegas. Fight will be shown live on the Zone. To those who don't know, it's a good fight. You don't want to miss it. But yeah, that's what he needs to be focused on, instead of bringing down Teofimo Lopez, who, in my opinion, Teo has achieved more than Devin Haney. So I don't understand how Devin Haney is calling him a fraud. Like right here, like Boxing Talk. Shout out to Boxing Talk 18. Here's what he said. He said, and I quote, he said, "No, he wasn't. Stop living off another man's victory. His beat better fighters than you." And honestly, I agree. Teofimo Lopez has definitely beaten better fighters than Devin Haney. Devin Haney, yes, he may be undefeated. Yes, he may hold that regular WBC belt. But he has not achieved what Teo has achieved. At least in my opinion. Some people might disagree. But Teofimo Lopez, I mean, the fact that he beat Vasily Lomachenko, that alone has already it already tramples anything that Devin Haney has achieved. Him beating Jorge Linares is his biggest win, and he somewhat struggled in that fight. And that's an old Jorge Linares now. So, Devin Haney, man, focus on Jojo Diaz. You can fight Teofimo Lopez in the future. You can fight, George Kambosos in the future. But yeah, man, I completely disagree with this comment that he made about Teo. I mean, Teo may be this and that. His dad may be a horrible trainer who only cusses a lot. But Teo ain't no fucking fraud, in my opinion. That was a legitimate win that George Kambosos pulled off. He didn't beat no fraud. He beat the guy who is the best lightweight, because he beat the best lightweight. And now George Kambosos is the man who beat the man, and now he's the man, if you know what I mean. So yeah, he calls the shots, man. George is the man. He's the man in the lightweight division now. And I think Devin Haney did talk about how he wants a unification fight for the so-called real undisputed champion. We'll see. We'll see if that fight will happen. Right. First things first, like I said, he has to take care of Jojo Diaz, because Jojo has been surprising me lately. He surprised me big time when he fought Javier Fortuna. I honestly didn't expect him to win the way he did, but he did. And he also surprised me with the Tevin Farmer fight back in last year. So you never know. He might pull off some surprises this coming December 4. But anyway, we'll see. We'll find out soon enough. If you saw the fight, if you saw the comment, well, you guys obviously saw the comment I showed to you guys. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Do you agree with Mr. Haney's comment calling Teo a fraud? Disagree? Let me know. Or agree with it? Let me know. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.